Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
Sharp was in a
We sometimes have to remind him.
Revelio.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at a possible moment. Excellent. Good. Stay focused. Splendid! Happens to the best of us. Very good. good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this.
Accio.
That's it!
Lisa. Phew. Well done. Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Excellent control there. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
Accio.
Splendid!
Watch this. Phew. Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Not to worry.
Let us see this. There we go. Keep trying.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest, but it never seemed intimidating or over.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist, and then it just materialized before me.
This may seem an odd question, but
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I...
you can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention, I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using it.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Until next time.
Of course.
A word,
you can
if you
use
would.
Accio on humans.
You
If
wanted
you're
to
so
speak with me,
inclined.
Professor?
I did. I trust your first charm.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't it?
What charm is there in thee? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in.
Of course, Professor.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give... Expect to hear from me soon. Regard...
Hello there.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last. Very good. Now, that's it. Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Slytherin. Miss, come on. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio. Very good.
Here we go. nearly done. Watch this.
Accio. A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Accio. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio. That's it.
Watch this. There we go. Quite impressive. Here we go.
Here. A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are. Interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. Oh, dear me.
Accio. Splendid!
Let us see this. That is how it's done. There we go.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it?
Very
Not that I
good,
mind.
both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I transferred here from Ouagadougou. Just my mother received an offer to. Before I knew it,
Well, it's been nice.
and with you. I think Professor Ron. Until next.
A word, if you
You
would.
can use Accio on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up.
Well, an outdoor competition, wasn't it?
What charm is there in the exp? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as...
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that... Expect to hear from me soon.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really. That was nothing. You should see the charm I've been working on.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet. Hope your first day's going well.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find...
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a black?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
Revelio.
I'm glad I don't have to stay in the castle.
Revelio.
My siblings and I.
Revelio.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember. Levioso. Good. Now, well done.
Accio.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. You're good. How perceptive. Thank you. This can't be your first duel. Let's just...
I do enjoy life dueling. Then all my students for this again. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower. Till next time.
Rebellion.
Off on another adventure, are we?
brother promised me his old broomstick once he's saved up for a new one. I can't wait. Revelio.
I think it's a sign when we're back.
Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite. I'd wager there's a good deal more.
Nothing more, Professor.
Regardless, you must continue. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your...
Professor Ronan did...
In fact, Professor... Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here.
Thank you, Professor.
And you've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the
Can you tell me more about the potion?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide... Professor Sharp asked that they have a...
I've never heard of
A spellcraft is... I shall explain more about...
There's an Ollivanders in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. Mr. Ollivander is a... I would trust no one else.
I'm eager to get to...
Very well. I'd like perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard. He'll keep you well clear of any of
Rookwood?
Or rather, once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, no time to waste. The sooner you complete your work...
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as...
It seems as if that might...
More frequently than one. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only... A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well. I have arranged some for today. See...
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
And the boy...
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Revelio. Accio. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Accio. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks were...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know you... Let us give the old mending charm. Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movement.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
I tried telling Hecate that someone cast Evanesco on my assignment.
Accio. Revelio.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new... I'm told you're in dire need of supplies. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the...
Well, I shall endeavour to... Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.